Big name corporations call Eatonville home: Tesla, Land Rover, CenturyLink, even WESH too. But the large corporations, WESH included, are not the heart and soul of this town. That belongs to small business. Meet Moline George, owner of Mad Crab, a seafood restaurant right on Kennedy Boulevard.
It'll be 9 years in September.
Moline has been in this location for nearly a decade, serving up great eats and the best wings in town.
It has its ups and downs. You know, the positive part is the relationships I've built with my loyal customers, as well as the individuals in the community that support me. That's really a good thing. It makes it easy for us to open up the doors every day.
But while Mad Crab is a non-stop door of customers from to-go and delivery service, most of her clients don't live here in Eatonville.
Honestly, not very many. The majority of my customers are outsiders, so they come from outside of Eatonville. But mostly we get a lot of travelers. We get a lot of people that are coming from different parts of the country.
And that is a major problem, says LaVonda Wilder, the founder of the Eatonville Chamber of Commerce.
So when you have an opportunity to do business with your neighboring communities, do business with them. Invite them over here. Businesses
have struggled in the past to sustain local customers, and now there's a new focus to change that by bringing businesses together.
We market for our members, we market for the community also. We're into relationship building, that's our main focus. We're here to make sure that the communities know that certain businesses exist.
It's businesses supporting other businesses. Councilwoman Wanda Randolph knows all about that. She's lived here for the last 40 years and owns a local company herself. You know, you've probably seen businesses come and go and fight through different things. What makes things different now on how businesses will be able to continue to profit here?
Well, the difference now is that I think most of the businesses are very excited about what is going to happen here in Eatonville, Florida. The time has come for Eatonville to move on and to move forward. So I'm looking for this opportunity, as well as other business owners, to promote growth, to promote more revenue to our town, and also to be functioning as well as other surrounding areas.
That optimism comes in the form of a major development, the Hungerford Project. Sitting on the grounds that's coupled next to the school bearing the same name would bring shops, housing, a grocery store, things Eatonville currently does not have.
We want to see change, and we embrace the plan for what we have for the Hungerford property. We have one of the highest property tax base in Orange County. And what it's going to do is going to lessen the burden of hardship of the taxpayers of our community.
But some see that as a local business killer and not an opportunity.
One of the things I think some of the residents are concerned about is losing their identity as far as Eatonville being the oldest African American city here, township in the United States incorporated. And what I tell them is that you don't have to worry about that, because what we are is what we are. It's not going to lose our identity. The only thing that's going to bring about change and is more businesses, more wealth, and also a better life for everybody.
Nicole Oriole is the Deputy Executive Director of an organization called HELP, and the main focus is keeping people who own homes in Eatonville in their homes and planning how their homes will stay in family hands. She says the increased amount of people can only help.
For our business, I think it would help with the community. I think it would be more so the community coming out and having some place to go and to hang out together. I think that's what we're going to see more of once the town center is built and once the new places are put in place.
Like every developing area, there are some inherent challenges. Traffic snarls easily as vehicles navigate the two-lane road. When it rains, the roads pool water in some areas, and increasing residents won't make those things easier. But challenges and a small town combined can be used to your advantage.
I think in other communities, you can't just reach out and touch someone. But in a small community like Eatonville, you can actually call the mayor if you're having concerns. You can call the council people if you have concerns. So I think that can help pave the way for people too that want to do business in the community.
For Moline and Mad Crab, she's ambitious and wants to grow.
I would have to leave to grow. I've had this wanting to grow, but when COVID hit, it did a lot of, it kind of, slowed me down a little bit. But I would definitely have to leave the town of Eatonville in order to grow.
What would it take to make you stay here?
I would say the growth of the property that they're building right now. That would be the one thing that would make me stay. I love the community. I love the people in the community that support me, but it's about growth. And sometimes you reach a point where you're stagnant. And once you're stagnant and you can't do anymore, it's time to, window, keep moving.